Hello there, I'm Darren. I'm also known as the Cobra Disney Jedi, and welcome to the Inner Tube, where I want to get to know you, the YouTube creators. I will ask you some questions as to how you started, why you started your YouTube channel, where you're from, what inspired you, how did you come up with your name, questions like that. So my very first guest how actually helped me with a couple of my test live streams. I've also been on his live stream as well on his channel. Please join me, the Star Wars guys, Master Paul. Paul, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well.
Okay,
Doing
we
very
had a little
well.
bit of technical difficulties at the very start, but
Yes.
it's all good. So, the question I first I'm going to ask the YouTubers is, what inspired you to do a YouTube channel?
Okay. So I've told this story once on my own channel. I believe it's actually my very first video, basically detailing my life as a Star Wars fan and who inspired me to do this channel. So going back to just after The Last Jedi had hit, I was looking at different reviews of The Last Jedi, and that sort of led me down the rabbit hole, which ultimately landed me on following Geeks and Gamers. And I had already followed Star Wars Theory up to this point, and those guys sort of started the idea for me wanting to do a channel. However, what ultimately sealed the deal was me finding Echo Base Network. I mean, I know you've mentioned it yourself that Echo Base inspired you to start this channel, but yeah, um, Echo Base pretty much drove it home that if Coach and Nick could, two normal guys could run a YouTube channel and be successful, so could I.
Absolutely. And so I want to also say welcome to people in the chat. Black Dragon, thank you for joining. I'm glad to have you on. So then the next question I'm going to ask is, how did you decide on your YouTube name?
How did I decide on my YouTube name? I got to be honest, I am really unoriginal when it comes up to names. Now, originally, the channel was called Paul the Star Wars Guy, and it was just me. But then I brought my brother Michael on and decided to call it the Star Wars Guys, and that's the name that we have stuck with these days. I know it's a very basic name, but you know what? It works.
Absolutely, it does. So just kind of a little background on just to get to know you a little bit. Where exactly are you from? Or you can be as
I
vague as you want about it.
Virginia.
Virginia. Okay, very good. So you a fan of the Cavaliers or the Hokies?
Couldn't care less about college football,
Okay,
honestly.
fair enough. Fair enough. That's good. Okay. So then the next question I want to ask is, how did you become a fan of Star Wars?
Oh, well, the very first Star Wars movie that I had ever seen was Phantom Menace. And I saw it after mom and dad had brought it home from our local movie rental store back when that was still a thing. And from the moment that Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan ignited their lightsabers, I was hooked. And again, Darth Maul appearing on the screen pretty much sealed the deal that Star Wars was something that I was going to love forever. And then episodes 2 and 3 came along, and that, only added to my love of Star Wars. And then I saw the original trilogy, and I'd like to say that's where it stopped there, but obviously Disney happened.
Right. Yeah. Now, did you see this? Watch the you mentioned the original trilogy. Are you talking
Hmm.
about? You're talking about the special edition. Am I correct?
Yes, it.
Okay.
I have seen the despecialized. In fact, I actually have copies. Thanks to our friend the Matt Cave, I have copies of the despecialized trilogy on my computer here. So shameless plug, if you don't mind. I may be doing watch parties of those at some point, just for fun on my Discord.
Okay. Very very nice. Nice. I mean, I like some aspects of the special edition, but as an OT guy, I like the original trilogy.
Yeah,
Like other Star Wars fans do, especially ones that are around my age.
absolutely.
So then you also on your channel have other ideas that you talk about? What is it that you talk about besides Star Wars on your channel?
Honestly, at this point, pretty much anything entertainment wise. The We of course have our normal Sunday show for where we were talking about Star Wars, but now we just kind of talk about anything. Then we have our Tuesday stream, which is Tuesday Night Trek, which is me going through the Star Trek universe for the first time, because before I started the channel, I had never seen a lick of Star Trek. And then I have this giant list. I'm going to try and pull it up.
Okay.
It's a big list that people like Black Dragon and Matt Cave and Daryl the Derelict and Brandon the Anime Guy, they helped me make this list of movies I had never seen before. And so my channel has also become a place where I see those and sort of document my thoughts on them. So here is the list right here.
Okay.
And the list is different from what it was at the beginning. We have made some respectable progress on it. And the next thing we're going to be tackling is the Back to the Future sequels, along with watching the first one just as a refresher.
Right. And that's going to be interesting. I think when we watch Back to the Future 2, let's see if we could pick out some nuggets as to some of the things that they got right, but most of the things they did get wrong.
Okay.
So, all right. So then we talked about other topics. So outside of YouTube, when you're not doing YouTube, when you're not doing your job, do you have any hobbies or talents?
Yes. So the chief among them is, of course, the fact that I do sing and play guitar. And I also am big into video games. In fact, I just got a brand new gaming PC last night that I'm still working on getting things set up. In fact, that's what I'm joining the StreamYard from.
Okay.
And I asked you this earlier, but do you mind if I give a little demonstration?
No, go ahead. Go ahead,
Okay.
do it. Share with us.
All right. So I also do sometimes, whenever I can find the inspiration, to write my own stuff. I'll do this. So this is a song that I wrote. It's called Lonesome Life, and it's inspired by Order 66. Just turn my mic to the right setting here. There we go.
I'll go ahead and put you full screen.
Thanks. And I'll tilt my camera down so you can see what I'm doing with the guitar. As I wake up, I remember all the lives that fell that day. Since the moment the order sounded, my old life has gone away. In this exile I've been living, daring not to show my face, but the time for hiding's past now. The call to action I must embrace. A lonesome life for a Jedi, an age of darkness for us all. With the Force as my ally, I'll play my part in evil's fall. I still see it in my sleeping. I still see when I'm awake. The clones, they turned against us. Our loyalty they would forsake. I often wonder how we missed it. pawns in the Chancellor's game. Perhaps tradition, it was a hindrance, and our pride, it was to blame. A lonesome life for a Jedi, an age of darkness for us all. But with the Force as my ally, I'll play my part in evil's fall. I now go to my last battle, knowing well I won't return, but I know that it's all worth it just to see the Empire burn. Are there others, survivors like me? Deep in my heart, I feel them near. Those departed, they stand beside me. Their battle cries ring loud and clear. A lonesome ride for a Jedi, age of darkness for us all. But with the Force as my ally, I'll play my part in evil's fall. I'll play my part in evil's fall. I'll play my part in evil's fall.
Very nice. Very good. So,
thank you.
And I've heard you've come up with some songs for other Star Wars channels, and
Yes.
it's wonderful and all. Have you ever thought about doing an intro song for your live stream?
Yes, I have. I just haven't gotten even an idea of what that would sound like.
Okay. All right. Okay. You're a musician. You go with what inspires you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting too, because like I used to play guitar in the past myself. This is the guitar that was given to me by my uncle.
Nice.
I was 8 years old. It's a very small guitar.
It looks like it's missing a string.
It's missing like 2 strings on there. But I was
gotcha.
8 years old when he gave it to me, and then he gave me another guitar. I've got it out in my garage. Like I said, it's been like since about 8 years since I've played myself personally, and sadly he passed away on Tuesday. He was 80 years old.
Oh.
So I mean, he was a very talented musician. He'd do nightclubs. He had wonderful singing talent, and he used to live up in Alaska, and he would do nightclubs on the side. And he knew the Kilcher family. I don't know if you're familiar with Jewel and
No.
have you heard of Jewel? Who Jewel is?
No, I have not.
Okay, all right, yeah. Well, she was popular back in the '90s, and but they have her family has a reality show on. I can't remember what channel it is. It's called The Last Frontier. To talk about Alaska life. Yes. Thanks, Black Dragon. Yes. Yeah. I mean, yeah. My mom's going through a little hard time, but that's okay. It's So, anyways, now with your channel, do you have any hopes in seeing how your channel develops, how it progresses, how it grows?
Yes, obviously more subscribers I think is the hope of every channel, and
Correct.
eventually getting monetized. But aside from that, just to keep loving what I'm doing on here.
Exactly. I mean, for me, this is just a hobby. It's something I'm doing on the side. I like,
Same here.
I got full-time job, I got other obligations I gotta do
Right.
and so
Though I wouldn't complain if this became though if I was in a position where I could do this as a full-time job.
right, yeah. I mean, if you do what you love, then they say you never have to work again.
Mhm.
So, and then finally, my last question for you is, are there any YouTubers that you've met in real life or would you like to meet down the road?
Not yet, but I will have a chance soon to meet Coach and Nick and a whole bunch of other YouTubers. And this is where I'm gonna also plug the Nashville convention coming up this May. It's called the ICCC, three C's, I think. Yeah, convention. Um, and Echo Base Network is going to do a big meetup there. So they're going to be there. I'm going to be there. Mexican Iron Man's going to be there. I'm going to challenge him to a lightsaber fight. Um, I think X Wing's going to be there, but just a bunch of different people are going to be there that
There's
I'm looking
yeah,
forward to
there's a
meeting.
lot of there's a lot of Echo Base subscribers that are going to be there. Me
Hmm.
personally, I'm not going to be able to go. I can't afford. Well, for one thing, I can't afford to, and second of all, I don't have enough vacation accrual to take some personal time off, and I got other interests in taking my time off to go. So I can't wait to hear about that and see about that. But didn't you meet Tim from Coffee and
Oh
Corbon?
yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. How could I have forgotten about that? Yes, I have met Coffee on Korban, and we had a great time sitting in this mall, drinking coffee, talking Star Wars, and playing guitar with each other.
Oh, he plays too.
Yes, he does, and
Okay.
he also plays and sings in church like me.
Okay. All right. Very good. Okay. So, well, that's all I have. The time we have. I just want to say thank you once again for being on the channel
No problem, man.
and so hopefully we'll see where this goes down in the future. We're going to have uh, some definite other YouTubers I'm going to try to get on, not only just
Hmm.
from the Echo Base community, but other communities from the things that I like. But let's see. Black Dragon says yes. Paul X-wing did confirm his attendance last night, so
Okay,
that's good.
good.
And I did hear that too.
By the way, X Wing, if you're watching this, as soon as I'm done fighting Mexican Iron Man, you're next.
Okay. There you go. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm sure a lot of you guys are gonna have your vlogs going at that convention.
Hmm.
Okay, well, that's about all the time I'm gonna have. So go ahead and promote your channel and go ahead and do
Yes.
your outro.
So my channel, of course, is called the Star Wars Guys. You already put the link in the chat, so thank you for doing that. Tonight is Animation Friday. We will be talking episodes 6 through 10 of Clone Wars Season 3. And at some time, my youngest brother, Jonathan, since he's become part of the channel, he wants to do a review of the Disney movie Encanto with me, which I have never seen. So we're gonna get that done at some point today. I don't exactly know when though. But regardless, subscribe to me and you'll see it all happen. And like we say on the Star Wars guys, just remember the Force is family. See you guys later.
All right, thank you so much, there, Paul. That's Paul, the Star Wars guys, ladies and gentlemen. And so that's going to wrap it up for this broadcast here. I want to thank you for joining me in the chat, and I also want to end this live stream by saying, let me get my phrase up. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I want to say thank you once again to Paul, the Star Wars guy. And remember, when life brings you down, always get back up, flip the script, and go seek adventure. Take care.